intellectual property crimes revenues for criminal gangs are getting more revenue more than the drug dealers, which was shocking.
Hi, I'm Sarah Forster, news editor here at The National, and thank you so much for joining us for another episode of A Closer Look. Now, throughout the year, the UAE is home to loads of events, global events, regional events, and another one has been happening this week. It is the Intellectual Property Crimes Conference, and it's being held in Dubai. And we sent our reporter Ali Al-Shouk down there to find out what's going on, what is the news coming out of this industry. And Ali joins me now. Thank you so much, Ali.
Thanks for hosting me.
So first of all, let's just clear up a little terminology, shall we?
Yeah.
Can you explain quickly for people watching, what is an intellectual property crime?
So yeah, the definition of intellectual property crime is basically somebody who is make or sell or distribute fake or pirated goods. So it's like trademarks, patents, designers, products. So it's include a very long list of products like electronics, like mobile phones, and like designer bags, woman belts, shoes.
It's what you and I would maybe refer to as knockoffs,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, true.
Not the real thing. You get them much cheaper, much worse quality, and we'll talk about where the money goes in a little bit.
Yeah.
But you've been down at the conference so far this week. What's the most interesting line that you've heard out? What are people talking about down there?
Well, there was like a lot of people, a lot of experts from all around the world, from 14 countries and different speakers. They talked about IP crimes in general, and also they talked about major themes that happen in the IP crimes, which is like they said there is a senior Dubai police official. He said that intellectual property crimes revenues for criminal gangs are getting more revenue more than the drug dealers, which was shocking. He gave a figure from the AU. He said like criminal gangs, they made a revenue profit from intellectual property crimes about $43 billion. It's compared to drug dealers, they made like $28 billion, which is a massive amount of money.
So yeah, so the trafficking of drugs is, as an industry, is making about half the money that the industry of sort of international intellectual property crime is making.
Yes, it's true, and this is really concerning because it's like it's becoming a global issue, the IP crimes, because you know we have a lot of brands in the world, a lot of trademarks, and we're talking about a lot of things like happening with the piracy, like broadcasting sport events, like major football tournaments. So all of that is IP crimes.
Yeah, because it's basically stealing, isn't it? Really, essentially, kind of, or paying less than you should.
Paying less, yeah, exactly.
And getting a knockoff. Okay, so I mean, you say quite rightly that this is becoming more of a global issue. How does the sort of, you know, metaverse, internet, AI, how does all of these sort of technological aspects play into?
Well, the experts in the conference, they talked about like the new digital era, the AI and the metaverse. And they talk how IP crimes can also exist in the metaverse. And they saying like some people, they copying the rights of the original trademarks in metaverse, for example. And this is why the original trademarks, they need to like to have the copyrights in the virtual world, in the new virtual world. So this is also important. And they talked about also about the AI. And the patents, because there are patents created by AI. So we are like stuck in the middle. We don't know who's responsible for that, who to blame, because we don't have like enough legislations and amendments on our laws to face the IP crimes.
One more thing, we mentioned earlier that, you know, people might think it's almost innocent, even like a victimless crime, to go and buy a knockoff bag. You know, you don't want to pay so much for a designer bag, you'll go and you'll pay less and you'll get one, and no one will know the difference, right? And you think that maybe your money is going no further than the person you give it to when you buy the counterfeit product. However, the IP crime world and the drug trafficking crime world and other crime worlds are not so separate, are they?
Yeah, they are not. I mean, the officials say that the revenue coming from the IP crimes can be also used to fund other crimes, like even in drug trafficking. So the money is like going through different kind of crimes all around the world, which is like it's a major concern, because if you, as you said, like everybody thinks like, okay, if I bought like a fake bag, or if I watched like a streamline for a football match, it doesn't matter, I won't hurt anybody. But no, the money can go to fund other crimes.
Yeah, once you put that money into the criminal world,
Yeah.
then you have no control over where it goes, and it could be funding things that you absolutely would not support in any way.
Yeah, and a lot of like there is like the Emirates Intellectual Property Association. They talked also about how the trademarks owners, they need also to be, they need to just like to protect their rights by registering it and getting the copyright, especially the new patents. They need to be registered.
So while you were down there, Ali, did the authorities that were there give you any examples of cases that they have in real life dealt with?
Yeah, actually they presented a case that happened recently. It's basically they found like fake products. It was women bags and belts and shoes, shipment in Canada. So they stopped the shipment. It was fake goods. They managed to trace from where those products came, and they found that it came from the UAE. So they coordinated with the UAE authority here, and they discovered that there is a social media account selling those products, and the social media account, it's for a woman. And this woman, she was doing a live show using live Facebook broadcast, to promote for products, the fake products, saying that it's original. So a lot of people buying from it. So Sharjah police, they managed to identify the location of the apartment. It was in a building in Sharjah. They went and they arrested the woman. And they found thousands of fake bags, fake products inside the apartment, which is worth around 20 million dirham.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so subsequently,
yes,
she was arrested.
Yeah, she was. Yes. Then there was like a legal action taken against the woman. But again, the authority here, they showed this case like to show how massive the IP crimes.
Yeah.
And also even Dubai police, they said like in the last 5 years, since 2019, they received like more than 1,300 reports related to IP crimes. The street value of the fake products in the last 5 years, it's like up to 8.7 billion dirham. And this is also, again, we're talking about a massive amount of money.
And unfortunately, it's tempting for criminals.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right. Well, as you can see, even though it is a global problem, it looks like obviously global entities are all working together. A shipment in Canada led to the arrest of a woman in Sharjah, and officials and authorities working together.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and they are just like now, there will be key points after this conference. It's finished. It's a 2-day conference, and they will come with a list of recommendations. But I think one of the most important recommendation, it will be about having a global legislations to face the IP crimes, because they think that we are missing a lot of laws in this, and we are not prepared for the digital era. So we need to be prepared for that.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me, Ali.
Welcome.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of A Closer Look. Thank you so much for joining us right here in the Nationals newsroom. Remember, you can find all of our previous episodes on our YouTube channel.